Так, друзья, всем привет. Мы вернулись и установили Alan Wake. Принимаем пользовательское соглашение, сохранение. Не выключать компьютер, пока на экране индикатор сохранения. Внимание, светочувствительность, тырым-пырым, яркость, гамма. Такую продолжить. У нас нету, да? Получается. Режим дисплея на весь экран. На весь экран. Шаблон качества высокий. Продолжить. Угу. Давайте в параметры залезем. Чувствительность, управление, график. Графоне. Разрешение. FSR, DLSS. Вертикальная синхронизация, размытие движения, пользовательская ультра. Так, ладно. Начнем. Обычные. Подсказки. Увернуться захвата можно с помощью фальшфейра. Да? Если чувствуете, что не справляетесь с врагами, двигайтесь к убежищу. Свет в убежище восстанавливает здоровье и отпугивает врагов. Увернуться от захвата можно с помощью фальши. Если вас сбили, уклоняйтесь после следующих атак. Также это поможет вам быстрее подняться с земли. Угу. Так. Долго что-то ты грузишься. И... О, все, нет. Ничего нет. Ой, долго. Почему ты так долго? Ту-ту-ту. Студия. Серьезно? Ты сейчас серьезно? Может, кинь шейдер накатывать? Или да, или нет. Что? Блин, ну что такое-то? О, наконец-то.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Чик. Так, друзья, подождите. Так, параметрами у нас походу субтитры. Слабо сильно фильтр гипер. Монозвук. Игра. Управление, интерфейс. Включенным говорящий в субтитрах. Он. Все. Блин, пока графика нравится. Графика пока офигеть. О, ну. Я, походу, что-то неправильно сделал. Типа так и должно, что... Опачки. Опачки.
Hemingway.
Что с ним? Нет. Видели просадочку? Ой, не просадочку, текстуры. Вы это видели? Блин, звук что-то теряется где. Ну, здесь есть звук. Все, поехали.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
Звук тормозит, блядь. Что не так, блядь, с этой игрой? Ай, как начинается, блядь.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
Пиздец.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Нет, ребят, я не знаю. Я не знаю. Поиграли? Хватит. Сейчас попробую. Блин, долго, походу. И просто по то, что на HDD игра. Если ее сейчас кинуть на SSD, то я думаю, у нас все эти моменты исправятся. Попробуем, долго будет это или нет. Снять задачу. Не хочет. Так. Это просто какой-то дичь. Какой-то дичь. Точно, это какой-то дичь. Все тупит. Это просто... Так, у нас... Там сколько она вешает? Может, то, что... Alan Wake. Идем в диск H. И Alan Wake. Кидаем сюда. Походу долго будет. 40 минут. Ага. 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 Кичеряу, кичеряу. Так, 40, ну не 40, поменьше. Уже 5%. Да, может из-за этого звук теряется, как он в Старфилде была такая же тема. Десять минут. Уже. Десять минут. Т-т-т-т-т. Памяти, я думаю, да хватает, да. Памяти у нас хватает. Так, т-т-т-т. 5 минут, друзья, еще.
Надоели назойливые звонки?
Ты надоел, блядь.
Бесплатный определитель номера в приложении Яндекс подскажет, кто звонит и заблокирует.
Назойливая, блядь, реклама.
Ведь он знает более 20 миллионов номеров. Просто откройте приложение Яндекс и скажите: Алиса, включи определитель
Да?
0+.
Или нет? Две минуты. Так, все. Все сделали, все ништяк. Запускаем. Запускаем этот шедевр. Ваше ГПУ устарело. Драйвера. Ну, она запускается. Сохранение, продолжить, почувствуйте, продолжить. Сейчас должно загружаться быстрее. Да? Да? Сразу звук.
Hey, kiddo. How
Привет,
are
детка,
you?
как дела?
I'm good,
У меня
Mom.
все
How are
нормально.
you?
А как ты?
This trip might take a little longer than
Командировка
I
может
thought.
затянуться.
I'm sorry I've been
Прости,
gone
что в
so much
последнее
lately,
время
Logan.
так редко бываю
Oh
дома.
my God, Mom, it's
Господи,
not your
мама,
fault. People
ты
get
не
all
виновата, у
murdery.
тебя некоторых руки. Что случилось?
Just
Просто работа.
work stuff.
Right.
Ладно.
Well, Dad and
А
I
мы
are
с
just
папой
watching
как
the
раз
latest
смотрим свежую
episode of
Night
Night Springs
Prince.
here. Mom, it's
Мама,
so good.
она просто
No
класс. Давай без
spoilers.
спойлеров.
I'll let you get back to the
Я
show.
буду
You were
открывать тебя
supposed
в
to wait
сериал,
and
хотя
watch
бы
with
обещала
me.
подождать посмотреть.
I love you
Люблю
both.
тебя, вас
This is what
обоих.
happens
Что
when you go on
делаешь,
work
если
trips,
ты
Mom?
все время...
Love you too.
Я тебя люблю.
And say hi to Casey. Tell him
Передай
to
привет
stop brooding
Криси и
so
скажи,
much.
чтобы...
Logan.
Логан... Пиздец, как быстро.
I will.
Обязательно, пока, детка.
Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you
Логан
should try
считает,
cheering
тебе
up.
пора взбодриться. Хидная девушка, интересно.
Wonder where she gets that from.
Куда она пошла?
It can't be a
Мы приезжаем в
coincidence that
город и
another
тут
body
же
turns up just
обнаруживаем
as we
новый
arrive in
труп. Это
town.
точно не совпадение.
Feels like the
Как
killer's
будто
leaving us
убийца
a
оставил
message.
нам послание.
I'm
Я рад,
glad you're on this
что
case
мы
with me,
вместе
Anderson.
займемся этим делом. Оно просто...
should
Давай
take
ты...
Think of me
Я
as the
просто...
backup.
Fuck me.
Okay.
Ладно.
Any words
Как
of
насчет
advice?
напутствия?
Nothing that would
Ничего бодрящего
cheer anyone up.
точно не скажу. Все исправилось сразу же.
Here we are.
Вот и мы на месте, на озере Колоран.
Time to get to
Что ж,
work.
приступим. Опа, даже на SSD текстурки подгружаются. Халтура. Ну,
A
графика.
deputy was supposed to
Мы
be here to show
должны
us to the crime
были
scene.
встретиться здесь с помощью
There's
чего-то
the
там.
car,
Вон там
so where's the
машина.
deputy?
А где помощники?
I'll check out that map.
Приглашение. Возвращение. Блин, так-то прикольно.
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Карта. Ну вот там эти сотрудники.
I can go take a look.
Трон? Эй, эй вы.
Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, Federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Так.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Свидетели были?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Так, доска зацепок.
The Mind Place. My version of the
Это
Mind
моя
Palace
собственная
technique.
версия этой
To sift through
методики.
clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head.
Я понял тебя.
The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Жертва, метод убийства. Так, жертвы. Все жертвы пропали без вести в 2010 году. Больше ничего общего. Метод убийства. Детали убийств различаются. Единственное, что объединяет трупы, тырым-пырым, все. Карта. Это типа она в своем разуме шарится, такая в опачке. Так, вот так, вот так,
I see
вот так,
you're
все
already
пошли.
hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene. Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Свет выключишь? Свет выключишь?
Fucking nature.
Долбаная
Gives me a
природа.
headache. There's too much sky.
Это просто. Пока что, ну, я не знаю. Первая игра,
Not a bad place to
которая
get
идет
murdered.
плавно.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Нету тормозов, нету лагов. Картинка четкая.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Которые выходили в этом году. Ну, по крайней мере, две там. Forza, City Skylines, что еще там? Всякая дичь-то.
How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan?
Магазин Озеро Коулем.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service.
ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, the FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by
Sine.
examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Step 1. Examine the corpse. Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Где?
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Угу. Стрел.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. The killer left the heart right next to the body. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Рассказы цепок. Куда клеить? Сюда?
Keep trying.
Давай. Нет? Совпадение с предыдущим убийством. Совпадает. Блин. Ну, дальше что? Что-то не то. Сердце вынули и оставили на столе рядом с телом убийцу. Спугнули.
Think.
Ага.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Что надо? Исследовать место преступления, разузнать о жертве, разузнать об убийстве.
Who is
Так.
our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple
Так.
people were here. Multiple killers? Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Доска зацепок. У нас есть. У нас нет. Слушайте. Да, у нас есть следы. Слишком много следов. Скорее всего, убийца был на... привет. Брего. Привет, Брего. Так, на будущее, да? Это теперь нельзя еще использовать.
Was he killed here or brought here after? For display.
Его убили, значит, где-то здесь, да? Да, вот. Нет? Что нам надо делать дальше? Цели, 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 цели. Может, карту открыть? Так, расследование. Так.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Да. Что нам нужно теперь? Ну, все узнали. А вот. О нем почти он вернулся, где был. Угу. Так.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Да, доска зацепок. Что?
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Кейс разбирается в людях. Похоже, наша жертва была не в себе. Ну, дальше что? Ну, мы здесь все же посмотрели вроде. Нет?
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Так, еще что-то нашли, да? Я забыл за что я ненавижу одного человека. Помню, что он мне Мне отвратителен, но не помню, почему я его не взлюбил. Сейчас сижу, пытаясь вспомнить. Помоги вспомнить.
Indicating multiple killers.
А как я помогу?
Quite the party.
Так. Так. Так.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
Откуда пришла жертва, надо теперь.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Досье.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flip the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Так. Все.
The lake is connected to Nightingale
Как
somehow.
связано с... Надо
Casey,
спуститься.
let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Она прям профи в своем деле.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is
А
kind of
здесь же
creepy,
был
though.
проход, да?
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
А это след. Да? Да.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Масштаб? А, вот масштаб. Пойдем зацепочку приклеим. Не надо.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the
the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page.
Так. Значит, да? Значит, это надо страницу сюда. Так, значит, убийца следит за нами. Давайте поиграем. Так. Ну, он уже прочитал, да? Страница.
A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Так,
Casey,
надо...
I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about
you made it
control.
back. Good.
Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Deer Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Ну и...
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes
Героиня,
about
ты
coincidentally
не
having the same
одна.
name as a fake
Героически
detective.
тебе... Не.
He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Ну и... А, у меня только... Well. У меня нету. Ничего. Браво. Брависсимо.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Теперь куда?
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
I got it. Сейчас я здесь еще проверю.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Че? Мне что нужно сделать? Где мы сейчас? Где мы сейчас находимся? Закусочный, да? Вот карта, да? Закусочная. Да. Так, где у нас особняк? Да, нам на.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Don't know, don't care. How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my, our float will be the belle of the ball at this year's Deer Fest. Just a few more days.
Dear.
It's a nice looking float, Sheriff.
You.
This is my first Deer Fest, so I don't know what to expect. It is the finest entertainment.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Что-то скрыли, да?
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
Че? Зона вокруг озера Колдена. Угу.
I need to know more about the Cult of the Tree if I'm going to shut them down. cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
Ну, продолжить.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing, Timmy.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Ну-ка, давайте. Так, что это? Страница рукописи. А, у меня там все равно не хватает. Доска зацепок. Символ культа.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something.
Блин, можно типа сделать, чтобы субтитры так быстро не шли. Для надписей. Отображает субтитры для надписей в игре при наведении. А, ну типа. Значки контроллера. Так, вообще, чтобы помедленнее, это же просто. Ну, пускай будет. Чувствительно, может, здесь где-нибудь. Нет.
Are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Эх, веди
Well, this
меня,
is the Bright Falls
шериф.
Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
Hey.
Тибер. Куда-то ломится. Ты куда ломишься? Вперед, батьки.
So
Вперед,
we share a morgue
тетки.
with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
И... Я куда-то ломлюсь не туда.
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me? The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. There's writing on here. Can't make it out. Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Убийцы оставили надпись на сердце, как не могу разобрать слово. Дальше. Причина смерти. Так, я думаю, в ране находится какой-то предмет. Похоже, Нейтигейл сопротивлялся, пока его усмиряли.
Doesn't make sense. Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before removal.
Тело и сердце покрыты татуировками, когда убийцы успели их нанести. Бред какой-то. Какая-то татуировка, надпись смазана и не прочесть.
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Смерть явно наступила вследствие травмы грудной клетки. В рану что-то засунули. И на момент привязывания жертвы была жива. Непонятно, когда тело раздуло. оттуда не упадет?
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Show me the clicker.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
Так. Alan Wake. Продолжить.
I need to get into the light. Now. He can't see me anymore.
Так, а что мне надо делать?
He's coming. Need to be in the light.
Что делать-то?
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Go.
Блядь, что делать-то? Какая-то подсказка была. Так, постарайтесь остаться на свету, чтобы враги не заметили.
can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Будешь восстанавливать часть здоровья, если вы покинете убежище, будет атаковать из него во время боя. Оно недоступно.
Gotta move. Now. He knocked my gun out of the room. I need to find it.
Блин, что она говорит?
Need to get my gun. He vanished.
Конец главы. Все, друзья, продолжим.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose.
There's one of the pages on the floor.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Что пишет? Есть ли всему этому разумное объяснение, как у них это выходит? Что за хрень тут творится? Это надписи про надписи и...
Keep trying.
Нет. Не понял. Так, это убийство похоже на предыдущее, но почему-то другие жертвы не становились монстрами. But is... Ни за что не поверила бы в такое, если бы сама не увидела. Нужно разобраться, что происходит. Наверняка всему найдется логическое объяснение. Это та же самая песня, да? Прикольно.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything?
They're a fine pair.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. We've only had a tour guide also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear. Help. It's so
Фонарик ты можешь выключить.
That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskala,
Или это мне надо?
coffee roaster slash tour guide by Coffee World magazine, and I'm here to give you the tour of a
А это
lifetime.
я.
But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted.
Подожди, я сейчас там внизу. Двери были?
Can't open this with my bare hands.
Ага. Ключик на.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Ничего. Ага. Что интересно? Ничего. Так. Может, что-нибудь улики какие-нибудь найдем.
How many times do we have to do this, Walter? Huh?
I
At
want
my
out!
wit's end with you.
Something bad's going down! I can feel it! Let me out!
Do you think I like throwing you in jail every other day? No, I don't.
I can't force it open.
Так, я знаю, что кто-то из вас ворует туалетную бумагу. Я регулярно пересчитываю рулоны каждый день, однако не хватает. А с ворами у нас не церемонится. Красть из управления шерифа серьезно. Однажды, я помню, ворюшка на месте преступления его вышвыренную отсюда позорище какое. Какой псих будет считать рулоны туалетной бумаги? У тебя, судя по всему, свободного времени не полно. Ясно. В общем, ничего интересного.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
Smart choice, Anderson.
Так. Здесь у нас все больше ничего не надо, да? Может, сюда сбегаем?
Pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages
Подожди.
isn't playing.
Так, это мне надо
Meet you back at the car.
повернуть.
See you in a bit.
Посмотрим, что там нового.
Good afternoon.
Добрый день.
Yako, we're going to a cool guy's house to drink some brewskis.
So, Rose,
Are you
help me
coming?
out. How do you think
No,
we know
Ilmo.
each other?
I'm very
We
busy
all know
wearing
each other
a
around here.
turtleneck and drinking
It's been a
wine.
while, but I never
Like an
forget a
asshole.
face.
Oh,
Or a
dear,
coffee order.
I know
Guess
what
I
you
just
ought to
have one
be.
of those faces.
I'm here to the rescue.
Seen anything out of the
Bring out
ordinary in
your
town
inner
lately?
Wolverine with
Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious. But soon enough, there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deer Fest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Good to know.
We drink it the Finnish way. at the bar while actively avoiding small talk with strangers. Getting blackout drunk on a boat during midsummer and trying not to drown.
Так, несчастные железки должно быть осточертело играть одну и ту же раз песню. Раз за разом. Мне, конечно, нравится не на такой же степени. Почки.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had. I need something to force this open.
Опачки. Уборная, да? Закрыто.
Good to see you.
Кто это сказал? Кто ты? Так, значит, здесь мы все проговорили. Телевизор. Путешествие. Ага.
Check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Чья машина? Сердце. Возвращение. 2 сердца.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed.
The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Друзья, я думаю, на этом стоит закончить наш стрим и продолжить его завтра. Всем спасибо, кто залетел, смотрел. Всем пока.